friends, and welcome back to another Draw With Me Wednesday. I'm Miss Smith, and as you can already tell, we are drawing Patrick from SpongeBob. I love Patrick, I love SpongeBob, so here we go. I've already sketched him out. I had to figure out his body proportions. He's a lot more teardrop shape than I thought he was, but I've already sketched him out. It took me a little bit of time just to figure out where everything went on him, but I'm going to show you how I did it going over it with Sharpie marker today. Just like with every cartoon character that I usually do, I always start out with the eyes. Patrick is absolutely no different. So I started out with this eye right here, this first eye. So all I am going to do is make a oval near the middle of my paper, just like that. And his eyes are actually touching, they're right next to each other. So his eye right here looks like it is behind this first eye. So I am just going to take a curved line and do the same thing, just like that, kind of like a C. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and do the middle part of your eye with two more ovals. Just like that. There we go. And he has got some rectangular eyebrows, a little bit squiggly on the end. So I'm going to do two. I have my crayon box right here. Hold on. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. And then we're going to do two straight lines, one here, one on top, just like that. And just a little squiggle on the end. They're not completely rectangular. Same thing on the other side, straight line, and then squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. There we go. Now his body is kind of like a teardrop shape. So starting from the eye, and I'm just going to go right through his eyebrow because we're going to color that black later anyway, so it does not matter. Starting from his eye, his outer eye, we're going to go up all the way. We're going to curve back down like that. Use a bigger curve line just like that. And I'm going to stop because I have to draw his arm right here. He does not have a line going through his arm. So I'm going to go out, going past that line that I just made, curve at the end, back in, just like that. All right, I'm going to start the other part of my body over here behind this arm. So I'm continuing this line right here that I have previously made. Skip his arm. We're going to continue just like that. I'm going to do it on the other side as well. From the bottom of my eye, I'm going to curve down like a teardrop. I'm going to stop. Okay? I have his shorts right here. We're going to do another curved line. And then continue that to the other side. So you are connecting one side of his body to the other, just like that. Now I'm going to take the time. I'm going to go ahead and do his other arm right here. This actually should be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to fix my sketch because his arm should be a little bit bigger than that. There we go. Okay. All right, we are going to make the waistband of his shorts just by making a straight line on either side like that, very, very tiny. And then we're going to make another curved line. Don't touch this line that we already made. So he has like a little stripe at the top of his shorts. I'm going to do this over here actually. I'm going to kind of sketch this as carefully as possible. I'm not touching that first line I made. It's okay if you mess up. I had to practice sketching him first before I showed you guys how to do this because I have never drawn Patrick before and I did not want to mess up on camera. There we go. All right, we're going to continue that teardrop shape. And we're going to kind of meet at the bottom. So right where his waistband is on this side, I'm going to make another curved line. A teardrop. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to stop because I got to make his the rest of his shorts. His pant legs, basically. I'm going to go down, kind of like a straight line on both sides. And then a curved line to connect it, just like that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to make my straight lines down, just like that. And then curve it at the bottom, just like that. And I actually messed up on his legs when I was sketching this out because I thought his legs were a lot longer, but no, they are very, very tiny. I'm using a reference photo or reference picture, just like I would suggest anyone would do. I would look up a picture of whatever you wanted to draw just to use as a reference. And his legs are actually a lot shorter, so I brought those in just a little bit. So we're going to actually trace this line right here. We're not doing the longer line. So I'm going to go down from his pant legs, curve back up, just like that. I'm ignoring that longer sketch that I made. Do the same thing on the other side. Curve back up, just like that. Beautiful, beautiful. He's coming together. And then we got to go ahead and do his mouth. So he has like a little line here, kind of near the corner of his eye for his cheek. We're doing a slightly curved line for the top of his mouth, meet right here at that cheek part. And then we're going to do a more curved line, meet in the same place, just like that. I did his tongue first, so 2 curved lines, kind of like you're making like a little cloud. One here, boom. And then we have a, you guessed it, another curved line for the inside of his mouth, just like that. Now he has a couple little details. His belly button, of course, we got to do his belly button. They are like 2 little C's. I got my big C and then my little C, just like that. Kind of looks like an ear a little bit. And then he's got a couple little speckles, some little freckles on his body. He's got one up here. He's got one on his arm. He's got one under his eye, at least on the reference picture that I am using. He has one about here. Uh-oh, my camera. And then he has another one right here. One on this leg, and I'm just making little dots. And then he's got one right here on his arm, just like that. Okay. I'm going to also take this time to color in his eyebrows. I never did that. Usually I don't color in with Sharpie, but it's a small area, so that's okay. And I'm going to color in the inside part of his eyes. The outside I'm going to leave white. There we go. And then all I need to do from here is I'm going to erase my pencil lines that I've made from my sketch, just to make them look a little bit cleaner. I don't want all those pencil lines on him. I want him to look a little bit cleaner. If you sketch something out first and then trace over it with a Sharpie or a pen, I do suggest you go back and erase all those sketchy pencil lines that you made. Makes it look just a little bit more finished. Unless you like the sketchy look, then of course, you know, do what you want, do what you like. There we go. We got Patrick. All right, I did not do the flowers on his short, so we have to do that. He's got one kind of in this little corner, this little section right here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. say he's got a curved line here, go in, back out, and then in on the other side. Okay. And then he's got one little half flower like right here, like right below his belly button almost. So I am going to go down, in, out. Again, they kind of look like four-leaf clovers almost. And these do not have to be perfect. I don't know if anybody has seen the SpongeBob TV show, but his flowers are kind of random sometimes. They're not always in the same place on his shorts, so it's okay if it's not in the same exact spot. That's totally fine. Okay, and then we have Patrick Star. And I'm going to go ahead and start coloring Patrick. I've got my crayons here. You can use whatever you like. You can use markers, colored pencils, crayons. I have colored Sharpie I almost thought about using today, but now I'm going to go with my good old crayons. All right, his shorts are green and pink. It's like a light green and like a, I'm sorry, not pink, a light green and a light purple, not pink. So that looks about right. Or actually, this one's even lighter. We'll do this one. And then a purple. That looks about right. So his flowers on his trunks are purple. I'm going to go ahead and color that in. They're actually a little bit darker purple than this, but I think this is okay for now. Okay, he's got his other flower on this side. I'm going to go ahead and start coloring. And again, you don't need to watch me color. I'm just going to ramble while I color. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and color in his shorts. Just like that. There we go. His waistband is also green. That was my computer. All right, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and color the rest of Patrick's shorts. And again, I am coloring in the same direction just to make it look a little bit neater. Trying to go around the flowers though is not going to be perfect, and that's totally fine. There we go. I also like to color in circles sometimes, especially near little corners. There we go. We got his shorts. We're going to go ahead and do his body. And his body is like a light pink. I've got carnation pink, and that looks about right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do his body with this color. And then we'll do his mouth at the end. I might add a couple jellyfish actually too. Just so it looks a little bit more interesting. There we go. I'm kind of coloring in little circles. All the way down to his waistband. Trying to stay inside the lines, but if you color outside the lines a little bit, that's okay too. Okay, his mouth. Trying not to go inside. There we go. I hope everyone's having a really good week back at school after Christmas break. I really miss seeing everybody every day. There we go. Missed a spot here. There we go. Okay, and then we have his little legs. There's one. And there is two. There we go. Okay, his tongue looks like it is slightly darker. So I'm trying to find a slightly darker pink. And the inside of his mouth looks like it is like a dark red. So I'm going to use that for his tongue. And red violet for his mouth. Use this one for the tongue. It's slightly darker pink. Here we go. And then the inside of his mouth. All right, I lost you guys for a second. I don't know what happened to my camera, but it just totally shut off on me. I went ahead and finished his mouth. I'm going to go ahead with some colored Sharpies. You can use whatever you like. If you have markers at home, that's totally fine too. I picked green, pink, and blue because I'm going to do some little flowers like in the background here. Usually in the show, in like the sky, they're underwater, but you know what I mean. The sky that they usually have in the show has like these big colorful flowers just kind of like everywhere in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of those. I'm going to do blue, pink, and green. Okay, and then all that they are, there's like a little circle in the middle. Okay, then from that circle, this is all just curved lines. There should be about 5 little flower petals, by the way. So we're going to go in, out, and these are kind of random. Back in, and out, in, and out, in, and out. And you should have 5 petals, just like that. And they are super random. They are not all the same size. They are not all the same shape. And sometimes they overlap. So I'm going to make another one right here. It's my circle. I'm going to make this one just slightly smaller. In and out. In and out. In and out. Just like that. And I'm going to have this one overlap like that. And I think I'm going to do a couple smaller ones. I'm going to do one over here, right behind Patrick. Start with my circle yet again. And then do the same thing. I'm not going to go through Patrick though. I'm going to stop where his lines start. Just like that. Continue it on the other side. There we go. Maybe I'll do a smaller one over here too. They are very random. Some of the little petals are a little bit skinnier than others. Some of them are a little bit bigger. Do one more right here. There we go. And that is Patrick Star. I hope that you've enjoyed this Draw With Me Wednesday with me. If you drew Patrick, I hope that you enjoy him, and I will see you guys on the next Draw With Me Wednesday. Bye, everybody.